Am I the a-hole for telling my dad that he's dead to me? I, 25F, have had a strained relationship with my dad for most of my life. My parents split when I was 10 because he cheated with my stepmother. My mom took my brother and I back to her home state, and my dad only kept in contact with my brother and refused to acknowledge I existed for reasons he still refuses to explain. He went on to adopt his stepdaughter, who is also 25, and have 3 more daughters with his wife that he absolutely adores, but he still refused to even call me on my birthdays. Yes, I'm still extremely bitter. When I was 20, my dad had a change of heart after he had a cardiac arrest and decided that he did want to know me. I went to visit him and we began working on our relationship. During my trip there to visit him, I met one of his friend's sons and we started a long-distance relationship. I ended up moving to his state after I graduated college to be with my boyfriend, and we got married. After my dad's cardiac arrest, he was fitted with a pacemaker and monitor. I'll spare you the details. My husband and my dad's stepdaughter were having an affair. From before we were even married. I was devastated. I couldn't even get out of bed for days and I got hospitalized at a psych ward. At the time, my dad's stepdaughter still lived with him. My dad showed no signs of disapproval at what she did. He was obviously very angry with my husband, but he didn't even try to do anything about his stepdaughter. He didn't even tell her off. At the very least, I expected him to kick her out. When I asked him why, his reasoning was that she was his daughter, so he wasn't going to tell her off and I needed to get over it. I absolutely lost it and blew up at him about our relationship after my parents split and how he refused to even speak to me on my birthdays, attend my graduation or anything for no reason at all. His pathetic excuse at that point was that I looked and sounded like my mother and it hurt to speak to me, but he's the one that cheated on my mother. After that, I just stood up and told him that he was dead to me and I never wanted to speak to him again. I left and went home. When I got home I was bombarded with phone calls and texts from family members calling me evil for wishing death on my dad. When I tried to explain that I didn't mean that I wanted him to die but that I would never speak to him again, they berated me for stressing out someone with a pacemaker. They're all demanding I apologize and I feel terrible now. Am I the a-hole? I feel like my judgment is clouded by everything that I've been through recently.